computer on. Share screen. Okay, so this is from question 4 yesterday, and it's just asking us, what is our y value when x equals something, okay? So when at f of 0, what's my y value equal? What? -4, right? Here's my x equals 0. My y is -4. Yeah, I'm glad I did this one, right? F of -1, what's that here? Here's -1, right? What's my y value? It's down here, looks like it's about -3.5, right? What do you mean I can't do that? Why not? Who said? Okay, do you want to say 7 over 2? Or -7 over 2? There you go. Okay, what's f of 2 equal to? Oh, great, great, great. Let's take a look at this thing here. What do we got? Here's 2, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's 2, right? What's my y value? Well, we go up to 1. What do we have here? Open circle. What does that mean? Is it there? No. We go down here. What does it mean? No, it's an open circle. It's not there. So at 2, this does not exist. Yeah, question. Because here at -1, I come all the way down. Boom. There's my y value. Okay. Let's do f of 4 next. What's f of 4 going to be? Yes. Pardon? You don't have it? You didn't take it off of the camera? No. Did I call your name right now? Okay. Well, we got to talk because there's stuff you got to do, okay? It does not exist. Fantastic. If you got a hole there, it doesn't exist. How about f of -2? That one's a little trickier. It's -2, perfect. Not too bad, right? You have pencil, you need one? Okay. And f of 3. Perfect. Now, when y equals 2, what are my x values? When y equals 2. Huh? Because this is the same, f of x is the same, is the same as, I can spell, as y equals.
So when y is 2.
So when y is 2, x is equal to 3. What else? And -5. Perfect, perfect. Good job, guys. Because at -5, my y is 2. And at 3, my y value is 2. Okay. So you need to find all of those values. And when y equals -3, what is my x value? So here's the -3, right? It looks like we'll be using some 1.5, and it looks like -1.5, right? So plus or minus 1.5. So here's 1.5, -1.5, right? Come down, boom. Here's 1.5, come down, boom. That makes sense? Yeah. Yeah. F of x is just another way of saying y equals. The biggest difference is when we say f of x, it means it's a function, okay? That means it will pass the vertical line test and all that. So for example, I can say f of x equals x squared. I know that's a function. If I say y equals x squared, that's a function. If I say f of x equals plus or minus the square root of x, this is not true, okay? Because this graph sort of looks like this, okay? But I can say y equals plus or minus square root, okay? So the f of x tells me it's a function, but they're sort of the same, but a little bit different, okay? And we say f of x just because it is a function. Like, you guys were told this before, right? No? Yeah? Oh. Yeah, bad memory when it comes to math. Okay, so there we go. Any questions about this? Okay, good. And then other ones I thought you guys might mess up or not remember is this one. This is question 7. You might have not forgotten the slope formula, okay, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm just going to label my points x1, y1, x2, y2, and my slope is going to be 12 minus -8 over -3 minus 4, and I get 20 over -7. Boom, there we go. That's our slope. Yes, 3. Yes. Oh, so this one wanted point slope form, right? So here, this is our M. What 2 things did we need for point slope form? We needed a point and a slope, right? So I can grab either of these points. Okay, so point slope form was this. Slope form was y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, right? Now we got our slope. We're good. So we're going to have, I'm going to use this one because why not, right? And we know this is at -4, -8. So I'm going to have y minus -8 equals -20 over 7, x minus, that's a 4, and that's a positive 4. I apologize, guys. And then just simplify y plus 8 equals -20 over 7, x minus 4. All right, yeah. Once you got that slope, once you got that point slope formula is the easiest thing in the world. I'm going to post them on there. Did you guys see the notes? Huh? Okay. You know, guys, I did post all the notes and the video yesterday. Thank you for the views. I'm all the way up to 4. Oh, it's beautiful. Man, I can't get monetized if I only have 4. Make sure you share with your friends. Oh. Oh. It's not like you can't watch this video later. Come on, how would you not want to watch me?
I watch it every day now.
So twice. -20 over 7, yeah. Okay. Okay, now there were a couple other questions, okay? These here, I know you guys aren't in AP or anything, but they're general sort of multiple choice questions, which I like to sort of give. And which represents the slope, okay? So I want to know my points here. I got 7, It looks like 5, right? And this one is at 2. What is that? And f of 2, okay? Actually, let's do this. 7 and f of 7, right? So I got my x and my y, or x1, y1, x2, y2, right? Which one can be our slope? And it gives you the slope formula at top. So up here, if it's doing 7 minus 2, that means it'd be like x's. So this one's no good. This thing here is mixing x's and y's. That's no good. This one's mixing x's and y's. No good. Has to be D. That makes sense? Now, the next one is a lot more abstract, okay? So this point here is x, f of x. This point here is x plus 2, f of x plus 2. All right, so a little bit more abstract, okay? We don't got those numbers in there. We just got variables, okay? So I'm going to call this x1, y1, x2, y2. And I look for which one is it going to be. And it looks like it's going to be B, right? And that's the way you go about doing it, okay? Because here's my y2 minus y1. This part is my x2 minus the x1. Okay? Yeah? Yeah? Yes? No? Yeah? No? Okay, because our formula is this, right? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Plug in everything we have, right? So I got f of x plus 2 minus f of x all over x plus 2 minus x. And this thing here is the same as that one. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no real work on that. Okay. Okay, today we are looking for domain and range and asymptotes. Okay. Domain is all your x values. Your range is all your y values. Okay. And asymptotes are like sort of lines that the graph never meets. Okay. So the way we are sort of lines that the graph never touches, okay? I don't want to say never, but 99.9% of the time. So when we're doing something, we do interval notation. And I know if you were in my class last year, we did this notation. If we have brackets, it means included, okay? If we have parentheses, it's not included. Infinity, plus or minus, always notation, not included. And boom, this means union or just and, okay? So we did this sort of a bit in pre-cap. So when we're writing these, we always want to write lowest to highest, okay? And a good idea might actually be to sort of draw the asymptotes, okay? And when I'm drawing an asymptote, come on, work. I like sort of drawing these lines, sort of like that, okay? You can see this graph is going up towards that line. Graph is going towards that line. And we actually have one more asymptote, sort of like right along there, okay? So we got like horizontal asymptotes and vertical asymptotes and a bunch of stuff, okay? So let's start off with the domain, okay? Now that we got our asymptotes drawn, what is our smallest x value? Small. Negative infinity. And because it's negative infinity, it is a parenthesis, okay? And you can see we come along here, boom, boom, boom. It's going up all the way to the asymptote. Doesn't reach the asymptote. And this asymptote is at what number? -1, perfect. Boom. But we have other parts to this graph, right? We have this. We got this part. And it goes from -1 to 1. And that's not included. -1 to 1. And we have a final part. It goes from 1 all the way to infinity. So it's sort of a messed up domain. It's a big domain, this really thing is. Now, a little bit harder, maybe. What's our range for this thing? What's the smallest y value on this? One of the Justins, what's the smallest y value? It means and. Okay? So my domain is this, and this, and this. Okay? One of the Justins, what's my smallest y value? Smallest y value. Where's this thing going down towards? Negative infinity, perfect. Always not included, so you're going to use parentheses, okay? So it goes from negative infinity all the way up to 2. And 2 is included, okay? Because it's included, we use the brackets. We use the brackets if it touches it, okay? It's going to be really, really, really clear. And then we got these other parts over here that go up, okay? And that looks like it's going from, this is an asymptote, so it never touches it, right? Never touch an asymptote, so it's going from 3, and then the biggest value we have on here, infinity, perfect. Simon, you good? Okay. Next thing we got to do, where's our horizontal asymptote? This is horizontal. If you forget what horizontal and vertical are, think of the word horizon, okay? When you look at the horizon, it's sort of like this, right? So you want to remember what the horizon is. So this here is our horizontal asymptote, okay? And this is at y equals 3. You can't just say 3, okay? You have to say y equals 3. You just say 3, it means nothing, okay? 3 what? $3, right? And then we have 2 vertical asymptotes at x equals -1 and x equals 1. Perfect. Let's see what we got next. Do we have enough time to do that one? No. We're going to have to do this one. Okay? Couple things happen. We have horizontal asymptote when top equals 0. Vertical asymptote when the bottom equals 0. So this is where we're going to have to use a little bit of algebra, okay? Because what we got to do is factor this stuff, okay? We have to factor. So on top, I'll just start with the top first. We have x squared minus 5x plus 6. What two numbers multiply to 6 add up to -5? No. Huh? You're close. -3 and -2. Fantastic. So we got x minus 3, x minus 2. Perfect. Okay. And then we got the bottom, which is x squared minus 4. Well, this is called a difference of squares. Okay. And basically, I need two numbers that multiply to -4, add up to 0. Yeah, perfect. And we get x minus 2, x plus 2. Good? X minus 2, x plus 2. Two numbers that multiply to -4, add up to 0. Okay? So here we got some fractions, right? Can anything cancel out here? You see? Yeah, the x minus 2's, right? Boom, boom. Now, we got to figure out a couple things. Do we have a vertical asymptote when x equals +2? So I'm going to plug in a 2 in the bottom here. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's a positive number. It's not 0, right? So this is not true. Do we have a vertical asymptote when x equals -2? Well, we plug it in here. -2 plus 2 is 0. Boom. Yep, this one is true. And we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 1. Huh. I don't see it. I got 1 minus 2. 1 minus 3 is -2. I don't have anything that's a 0. Boom. And what's our answer is going to be not too hard, you know. It's a little bit of work. I know, so much work. Okay, I give you guys lots of time. I'm gonna let you guys do this, finish this up tomorrow. Okay, in class, but it's not terribly bad stuff to do. Now these things, who remembers these? Gabriel, do you remember these? A little bit, yeah, maybe. Okay, so there's a couple rules, okay, and if we go to, let me show you here. If we go to the modules or home, and you click on resources, and scroll down a bit, all of the exponent rules are there for you, okay? All of the exponent rules are there. Everything that we need to know is there. You can take a look at it and you'll be good. So the rules we're looking at today, or right now, is that let's say, I'm going to use A and B as our exponents, okay? If x to the A over B is equal to the e root of x to the A, or the b root of x all to the A. These are the same. They mean the same thing. But this is sort of one of our basic things. The other one that we have to know is that x to the negative A is equal to 1 over x to the A. So you have a negative exponent, it goes into the denominator, okay? So here, let's see if we could rewrite these things, okay? So here we're going to have an x. Oh, let me do a different color here. This thing here is the root. This thing here is the exponent, okay? So what we're going to have is x, or the fifth root of x, all cubed, plus, and then be careful here, okay? Be careful on this. The fifth root of 2x, okay? Good? And that's our answer. Can't do anything else with that. Any questions?
So you can't be x 3 over 5.
Oh, dang. Am I dumb or what? Thank you. I am an idiot. I apologize. I don't know what sort of brain fart I just had. And I appreciate you guys actually saying something. Oh. So x is equal to 3 over 5 plus 2x to the 1 over 5. You want me to throw this at you? Yeah. Okay, because the power of this thing here is 2x to the 1. We just never write it. Okay. Huh? 2x to the 1 is just 2x. Okay, good. Thank you, Godwin. Thank you guys for not laughing too hard. Oh, I feel terrible now. Okay, now this one we want to go the opposite direction. Okay, so here we're giving, no, we don't. We want to put it as rational again. I apologize. So this one we got to be a little bit careful because we got that 1/4. Okay, so we're going to leave the 1/4. And then it's the same as this plus, well, yeah, that's right. 1 as a times 1/2 times 4th root of x cubed, okay? And remember that x to the minus a is equal to 1 over x to the a, right? So that means this is going to be 1/4 x to the minus 3 plus 1/2 x to the, what's the power? 3/4. A lot of people in the past, a lot of students, what they do is this. They do 4x to the minus 3. Okay? That will sort of work. Actually, they do it this, 4x to the minus 3. And when you write it like this, it's just attached. The minus 3 is just attached to the x. If you wrote it as 4x to the minus 3, this is good. This one's wrong, okay? Wrong. Right, okay? And last one we're doing. Oh, come on. Running out of time. Right faster. So this time we want to go opposite direction, okay? So we want to rewrite this as in radical form. So this is going to be 1 over x squared plus square root of x. And seeing the x to the 1/2, that's going to happen a lot, okay? X to the 1/2 is going to be your friend. You're going to have a friend. First one this year. Okay, you good? Okay. Now this one, what's this one going to be, Godwin? Remember that this part, this x, that exponent is just with this. It's not with the 2. So it's going to be 2 over x squared plus 3 over 2x. Guys all good? I gotta stop Zoom. Yeah, it's about that. It's the end of class.